Buckle up because we are hitting the track at full throttle today. First up, the talk of the paddock is all about Marc Marquez. Ducati boss Gigi Dall'Igna has just dropped a major update, confirming that his star rider will be 100% fit for this weekend at Jerez. After dealing with a tough shoulder injury, Marquez is ready to fight back and take the fight to the front of the pack.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Moving over to the WorldSBK circuit, we are tracking the unstoppable Nicolo Bulega. He has been on an incredible winning streak, but the big question remains about a potential move to MotoGP in 2027. Bulega says he is not sweating the rumors, keeping his focus entirely on his dominance in the series, while his team weighs up the best opportunities for his future. From the dirt to the asphalt, we are looking back at the remarkable journey of British racing talent Bradley Smith. From his early days hitting the motocross track to standing on the podium against legends like Valentino Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo, his career is a wild ride. Today, he is continuing that passion by wrestling heavy machines in the MotoAmerica King of the Baggers Championship. Finally, get your calendars ready because the 2026 Spanish MotoGP at Jerez is officially here. We have the full breakdown on the schedule for this high-stakes weekend, where Aprilia rider Marco Bezzecchi looks to defend his unbeaten streak against a surging Ducati squad. If you want to stay ahead of all the action, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for all the latest updates. Is Marc Marquez truly back, or is the Ducati juggernaut finally starting to show cracks? The MotoGP paddock is buzzing, and all eyes are fixed on Jerez this weekend as Gigi Dall'Igna drops a massive vote of confidence for the 8-time world champion. Despite a rocky start to the season and lingering concerns over that shoulder injury from last year, the Ducati boss is adamant. Marquez will be 100% fit when the lights go out. It's a bold, especially considering Marquez is currently sitting 5th in the standings with no podiums to his name. But let's be real. When you've been out for 5 races due to a serious injury, the road to full recovery isn't a straight line. Marquez himself has been candid about his limitations, admitting he simply can't ride the way he wants to yet. But here is the deeper intrigue. It isn't just about the rider. Ducati is currently fighting a war on 2 fronts. Not only are they nursing their star rider back to peak performance, but they are also grappling with a new, aggressive Aprilia squad that has been absolutely dominating the early rounds. Dall'Igna openly admits that the current concession system is putting the squeeze on them, intentionally tilting the playing field to let rivals catch up. He calls it a penalty, but he refuses to use it as an excuse. For Ducati, the answer isn't complaining. It's innovation. With new aero developments on the way and a crucial post-race test looming at Jerez, the team is scrambling to reclaim their status as the technical benchmark of the grid. Can Marquez silence the doubters and return to his winning ways on one of his favorite tracks? Or has the pack finally found the secret to dethroning the Ducati dynasty? Drop a comment below with your predictions for the weekend. Do you think Marc will dominate, or is Aprilia's hot streak here to stay? If you enjoyed this update, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a beat from the MotoGP paddock. At the end of the day, championships aren't won in the winter. They are forged in moments like this, where the pressure is at its absolute limit. What does it take to turn absolute domination into a ticket to the big leagues? For Nicolo Bulega, the answer is a mix of record-breaking speed and a surprising amount of zen. Right now, Bulega is on an absolute tier in WorldSBK, racking up a massive streak of 13 consecutive wins dating back to last season. He is currently turning the championship into his own personal highlight reel, consistently leaving teammates like Iker Lecuona and veteran Sam Lowes in his wake. Yet, despite being the hottest rider in the paddock, Bulega isn't sweating his potential jump to MotoGP in 2027. He told reporters that if the move doesn't materialize, it simply wouldn't be a tragedy. It's a bold take for a rider in his prime, but it shows a level of maturity that's rare in a sport obsessed with the next step. Bulega confirmed his manager is hitting the pavement in Jerez to chat with MotoGP teams, with more clarity expected by the Balaton round. He's clearly realistic, admitting that with limited bikes and a grid packed with talent, landing a seat requires more than just raw pace. It requires a bit of luck and the right dominoes falling into place. He isn't just sitting around waiting, either. He is set to test Ducati's new 850cc machine at Mugello this May, keeping his eyes on the prize without losing his cool. Sam Lowes, who has seen firsthand exactly what Bulega is capable of, is his biggest advocate. Lowes pointed out that Bulega always had this special spark, noting that his past struggles weren't a lack of talent, but a matter of circumstance and the mental grind of the sport. To Lowes, Bulega is simply in the right place at the right time, proving he belongs in that elite tier of riders who can turn a factory bike into a weapon. Is Bulega being humble, or is he just playing it smart by keeping his options open in case the MotoGP dream hits a wall? Let us know what you think in the comments below. After all, in a world where everyone is fighting for a seat, maybe the one who doesn't look desperate is the one everyone wants to sign. Imagine growing up with a dirt bike as your primary mode of transportation and a practice track right in your own backyard. That was the reality for Bradley Smith, one of Britain's most talented racing exports. But here's the twist. The kid destined for motocross glory ended up on the world stage of MotoGP, standing toe-to-toe with legends like Valentino Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo. How does a rider swap the mud for the tarmac and end up as a world championship contender? It wasn't a straight line. After a series of injuries in the early 2000s, Bradley's father made a pivot that would change his son's life forever. He suggested road racing, and by 2004, the teenager was trading dirt for slicks in the superteens. The transition was nothing short of meteoric. Within just a few years, he was signed to the Repsol Honda squad, eventually becoming the first Brit in decades to crack the top 10 in the 125cc World Championship. Smith recalls those days as the ultimate deep end, a raw, aggressive, and incredibly formative experience, where he learned that the only way to survive was to be faster than the lunatics lining up next to him. His rise through Moto2 and eventually into the elite MotoGP class solidified his status as a true competitor. Even when faced with the pressure of the big leagues, where every rider is a world champion and every millisecond counts, Smith held his own, securing historic podiums and consistently proving he belonged. But the story doesn't stop at GP racing. Ever the development junkie, Smith went on to refine machines for Aprilia and BMW, eventually finding a new, gritty challenge in the MotoAmerica Mission King of the Baggers Championship. Watching him manhandle a 300 kg Harley-Davidson around a circuit is a masterclass in versatility, proving that a real racer doesn't just ride one bike. They adapt, overcome, and evolve. Whether he's in the pits tinkering with machine shop parts or charging toward the checkered flag on a massive cruiser, the drive to compete hasn't faded one bit. Bradley Smith's journey reminds us that talent is only half the battle. It's the constant hunger for the next challenge that defines a true pro. If you're as hooked on these stories of grit and speed as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments. Would you rather have a career in the high-stakes world of MotoGP or the raw, heavy-hitting world of baggers racing? Thanks for watching, and keep pushing your limits. Is the Aprilia dream turning into a nightmare for the rest of the field? Welcome back, race fans. The 2026 MotoGP season is finally roaring back to life after an unexpected month-long hiatus, and all roads lead to the legendary Jerez circuit for the Spanish Grand Prix this April 24th through the 26th. If you thought Aprilia's dominance was a fluke, think again. Marco Bezzecchi is currently on a scorching 5-race winning streak, making them the team to beat. But the big question remains, has this break given Ducati the breathing room they needed to close the gap? With the reigning champions struggling to find the podium, the pressure is on. Meanwhile, keep a close eye on Marc Marquez. Word from the paddock is that he's finally back to full fitness, which could completely shift the dynamics of this race. It's a bit of a shake-up for the grid, though, as Tech 3 will be down to just one rider. With Maverick Vinales sidelined for surgery and their backup plan, Paul Espargaro, also nursing an injury. Talk about tough luck. The action kicks off Friday with practice, moves into a high-stakes Saturday with qualifying and the sprint, and culminates in the main event on Sunday. If you are in the UK, you can catch the action on TNT Sports or stream it globally via the official MotoGP Video Pass. Quest will also be running highlight coverage if you need to catch up. Whether you're watching for the tactical masterclass or the raw speed of the Spanish circuit, this weekend is shaping up to be a defining moment in the championship fight. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for live updates, and let me know in the comments. Can anyone actually stop Bezzecchi in his current form, or are we witnessing a runaway season? I'll see you at the track.